Yo, what's good? It's MikeO from Let's Talk About It. Look out for your man and hit that subscribe button. So, looks like Jake Paul cherry picked his next opponent. He has 35-year-old Ryan Borland. Now, this dude is a former Golden Glover, so I will give you that. But is he a is he on professional boxing level type status? No, not even close. But when you look just on the surface, you see 17-2, 6 knockouts. I mean, at minimum, it looks like he's a reputable boxer, but he's not. And what Paul is doing is he's almost frauding boxing fans because he makes these claims that he's on this career path to get better and become a champion and all this other nonsense when that's not what he's doing. Because if he was doing that, he would at minimum fight on the same level of opponents that Fury, the guy who beat him. If you're fighting fighters that were on the same fighting status as Fury, I'd give you props. And then if you beat that fighter, you try to move up with your competition. But that's not what he's doing. He's taking a step down from Fury. And again, you look at 17-2, it all looks fine and dandy until you start determining and realizing the type of fraud that Paul is. So again, Ryan Borland, 17-2, 6 knockouts. We break down who he's fought, and then we start realizing the type of fighters that Jake Paul is fighting. So let's take a minute to look at who Ryan Borland has actually fought. So, like I said before, Ryan Borland hasn't fought since September 2022. His last fight was against a man named Santario Martin, who was 4-7. Before that, Jose Hernandez, 19-6-2, currently on a 3-fight losing streak. Cadell Ford, 5-8, hasn't fought since 2018. He's fought a man by the name of Alfredo Contreras. He fought him twice. He's 14-24-2. Hasn't fought since 2019. Now I can keep going on with his resume because it all sounds just like the same types of records that I just mentioned. And pretty much, and if I were to look at his opponents' resumes, they'd look even worse. So what was really occurring is you have a man in Ryan Borland who he is a man that boxes. He's not a boxer. I don't think that this is his full-time job. Clearly, he hasn't fought in a year and a half. He's only fighting very low-level competition fighters. He's not a real fighter. And again, Paul hasn't fought a real fighter since Fury. So since he got beat, he's been afraid to take another loss like that. So he's fighting these, I can't even call them low tier. I'm going to call them no tier. He's fighting these no tier boxers that have no experience. I'm sure doesn't have the financial abilities to train on the levels that Paul trains on. It's all a crock, and it's making boxing look bad. You can call it what you want. Until he faces some real boxing competition, it's all a mockery. It all just is for a good payday for him. And again, if you want to just fight these fighters and that's it, these type of fighters, these, no tier fighters or MMA fighters or just a bunch of people who have no boxing experience and you want to walk through them, that's fine. You can do that. Where I have a problem is when you say that you want to get better and you want to become a champion and you say all this other nonsense, and that's not what you want. Because the minute you fight a legitimate boxer, he's gonna expose you. And I don't, what else can you call it? But you're a fraud. Fight some real fighters. At this point, I think I'm getting kind of aggravated, like most people, at the level of boxers that you're fighting. You could have at least in this case, you could have went amateur first. If this is your time as an amateur boxer, for one time, it's too late. You're in your 20s, but if this is your time, go to the amateurs. I don't want to see this, type of lies that you tell about what type of great champion you're going to be, because no, you're going to stay on this type of path and maybe get a shot at some point with either a retired boxer or someone on his way out, and if it's all for show WWE like your brother, then just do that. But don't come talking about how you're, on the way to becoming a great boxer and a professional, because no, that's not what you're striving for. You want to check and to show people that you can knock people out, and just people, and not real boxers. But my rant is over. Let me know what you think. Am I being too hard on the kid? Is this a good fight for him? Do you see him progressing his way into boxing? Let me know. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm out.